Coming clean. Val and Jeff G. Yes, so the number this morning, 187, do not despair. January 2009, I was 205, and I yo-yoed until I got to 191. Then today, which was I don't know when today was, but it was a while ago, it was 189, then I went up to 190, and now today, I'm 187, and I'm really on fire. I'm on fire with this no sugar and no bread. I'm really enjoying it. I feel healthy. I feel
wealthy and wise.
I have more energy, but I did have a little nap this afternoon because that's what old people tend to do, have little naps.
Julie's saying, ho, ho, good for you.
Thank you. I love Julie. I love you so much. You've always been such a great role model. Just kind of like, just doing it, taking action, being disciplined. Great. Anyway, remember yesterday we were talking about marriage, but I realized this is not just marriage, this is relationship in any kind of format, whether it's friends or whatever. It's always good to have a ratio of 5 to 1, even more, 5 positive things, 1 negative.
Very good.
And trouble relationships, it said it shouldn't lead with problem solving. Positive feeling must come first.
I'm not sure what that means, but very good.
Well, it was like yesterday, what do you appreciate about your partner, your friend, or, your family member? And what wows you about them? I like that. And then the best marriages and the best partnerships, the best relationships, even with friends, is having the positive sentiment override. So even if they do something wrong, you're kind of like, well, they must have had a bad day. And then when they do something positive, you're like, well, yeah, that's who they really are, kind of like, they truly are a lovely person.
Or it's the other way around. Good God, she had a positive day. What's wrong with it?
So anyway, just moving on to this research, and it says obviously positive emotions are great, and then what's bad, and what's the one thing that spells absolute doom in a relationship, and it's not anger, it's actually contempt, which is eye rolling, sarcasms.
It's funny how you should bring those up because that describes me, doesn't it? Wasn't that what you were saying before?
No, I mean that's
she was saying that before.
Sometimes you can, but you don't do it from a place of I'm better than you. Whenever you do your eye rolling or whatever, it's to find the funny. I think. Are you telling me it's not?
No, not at all.
Right.
Well, but sometimes I'm an asshole. But I mean,
well, we're all assholes sometimes, aren't we?
Because we've all got one.
Sometimes we have two when you're in a relationship. No, I'm just... What?
That was a little scary.
Yeah.
Go on.
Anyway, it says...
Were you doing Adolf Hitler there? Or...
No, I don't. And it says anger is normal and natural when there's conflict, because we get angry and we have stuff going on. But it's these, he calls them the 4 horsemen of the marriage apocalypse.
This sounds ominous.
This was criticism, defending yourself, contempt, and then stonewalling, which I know I do. That's stonewalling sometimes. If I feel you're
sometimes
angry or whatever, I just kind of dry up.
Yeah, the worst thing you can do.
Well, I think it's because I get fearful of, saying what I think.
When have you ever been fearful of saying what you think?
Quite often fearful.
Woman. Was that a little sarcasm from my point? I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe yours.
I think it was funny.
Yes.
Anyway, so, contempt is the single best predictor of divorce, which is kind of like, you didn't take out the trash. It's okay to say that, but you didn't take out and I'm reading this from this guy. You didn't take out the trash because you're a lazy, fetid, open-sword abomination of fiendishness, unworthy of my love and affection. That's pretty good.
Sounds good. Yep, I go along with that one wholeheartedly.
Yes.
Yes.
So that's it, really.
We're getting a lot of funny little faces coming up. I don't know whether they're good faces or bad faces.
Well, it's somebody who
Loves emojis.
and is
Annoying.
talking in Arabic.
And
not talking-
Arabic.
Well, there's a friend that I have
Oh.
that it could be someone. It could be one of Ehab's families. You know, he's from his
Oh,
Egyptian
right,
family
right.
or friend, and we're on Facebook.
So
And,
emojis are better because
Yeah, maybe.
everybody can make
Or she.
whatever they want. He or
Right.
she, yes.
Right. Anyway, life is just the most amazing thing, and what I absolutely love about it is that it is a choice, even when we
Yes.
think it isn't. And I always come back to Nelson Mandela, because to me he was the one that was like, wow, in a prison for 20 years,
27.
27 years.
Sorry, I'm doing that.
That's okay. And what did he do? He
Turn the other cheek.
turned the other cheek, and he actually created a garden in the prison, within the walls of the prison confine, and came out not hating his prisoners, his keepers, but actually talking about peace. I think he went in as an angry man, right? That was why, because he was, protesting.
Well, he
Because
was
back
a
then
lawyer,
it was horrendous.
and they were trying peaceful, but it wasn't working. So they were doing, like every revolution seems to have to be through a little violence.
So he was protesting and whatnot, but thrown into jail, and then turned it around and was peaceful. So he had a choice, didn't he? That's what I was wanting to say. And there are people who have choices. Horrible things
Everybody
happen to them.
does.
Yeah. And
And I think it's about thinking about how lucky we are, no matter where we are, that we're actually alive.
yeah,
You know what I mean? That you and I can sit here and talk about this
right.
and debate about it and think about it. We're this intelligent being.
Well, you know what it is? Here's what I think it is. But you know how we talk about being the present moment, be in the now, and and you think, how am I going to be in the now? The now's gone.
Take it
But
out
I
now.
think a lot of it is about slowing things down. Now, no, we can't slow things down all the time, because we kind of get in a rush and whatnot, and we get stressed. But I think it is about at least 10 times a day, if possible. No, you know what? Putting a number on it like that is so stupid, because that's stressful right now. So I'm now going to count 10 times a day where I slow down and smell the roses. That is so silly.
Smell the roses. I'm just talking to the flowers. They're talking back.
This is a miracle right
Right.
here. A geranium.
Well, I
How does
thought
it
you were
get
looking
that
at
red?
me.
And he's a miracle.
Thank you.
But geranium, like plants, such a
Margaret.
miracle.
Sooner.
So
We've got people joining us from all around the globe.
I love it.
May I say that?
You may.
The globe. So it again.
Well, that's the other thing.
What?
How come we don't fall off when it's spinning around at such a huge rate?
Because it's really flat, and then there's a big thing at the end. That's how you can't fall off.
I know we know all these things scientifically, and they have reasons for why things happen, but really, it's amazing, isn't it?
And who came up with these science? Are these scientists aliens?
I don't think so, but
I think maybe they are.
well, that's
Because
a
I couldn't think of anything. If it was up to me, we'd still be in caves going, food good. That would be it.
right. Well, yeah, me
There's-
too.
There's
I mean,
aliens devising computer systems, and the car, and the spaceship.
can we not just call them geniuses instead of
No, I think
aliens?
aliens seems to
I don't think they're
make me feel
aliens.
better.
All right then. You
Because
call
I'm
them,
as dumb as a box of rocks, so I've got very little to offer.
I think they're just geniuses. They've got huge brains, or just huge abilities to concentrate and focus and come up with inventions and ways of doing things differently.
And you and I are just wandering through the sea of uncertainty. Oh, I
Well-
like that. If you want to, you can write that down, people out there, and quote that. A sea of uncertainty. wandering aimlessly,
Well,
holding hands,
yeah.
but wandering aimlessly through this
I so want
unbelievable
I so want
world.
I so want
You just
to
want to hit me?
no dispute that though. I mean,
Oh, stop.
sea of uncertainty. What have you got to be uncertain about?
Oh, everything.
Like what?
Are we going to get this house? Are we going to get the contract? Is that going to work?
Oh,
Are we
those,
going to get any more contracts from the business? Is our daughters, are they going to be happy as much as they are? And who's doing what with it? It just goes on and on and on. Uncertainty. Ah, you see, nothing to say.
well, I think you're just looking at the wrong things. I mean, while those have got nothing to do with you, but what has got stuff to do with you is your choice. Do you want to wake up in the morning certain that you're going to be the happiest that you're going to be?
Certain mornings, yes.
So certain mornings you wake up and you don't think you're going to be the happiest that you've
Oh,
ever
yeah,
been?
of course.
Why is that?
Just depressed.
Why?
Another day looming ahead. Just depends where I am, you see. If I'm happy, oh yes, I'm the happiest I've ever been, and I wake up happy. If I'm not feeling so good and things aren't working well, I wake up not feeling so good and things aren't working well.
So health-wise you're talking about?
Anything.
Oh.
Anything.
Yeah.
The sea of uncertainty. For goodness sake.
Well,
what?
I just don't like thinking that way because that feels scary and uncertain and I don't really have any choice in the matter. Things are just going to happen. But I believe that I create the path in my life. I mean, I do. I the way that I wake up in the morning, yes, I can wake up sometimes with that, like a bit depressed. But what I do whenever I feel that is I think of
whistle a happy tune.
Think of a rose. It's like if I'm feeling depressed and I'm lying there in the morning, I haven't gotten up yet, I'm still kind of sleepy, but there's this feeling of like, oh God, of everything that you're talking about in the sea of uncertainty. I think of a rose and I think of usually it's a red rose, and I think of this magnificent rose and the red and the petals and seriously, like within a few seconds, I've literally changed my whole perspective just through that one thing.
Wonderful.
Isn't that see, that to me is a miracle.
That is what it's all about.
And that's what I'm talking about, is like our choice to choose how we want to be, happy, sad, bad, glad, mad.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah. I mean, there are so many opportunities to be mad for sure in this.
Yes.
On this
crazy
globe.
World.
But again, though, you look back in history and there's people been doing atrocious things to people for no reason at all, and people doing awful things, kind of evil.
We're sinking into the
no, but I'm just
here.
saying it's always been there, and it always will be there, because you always have got good and bad, and there is that, and then I have my choice that I want to be
how to handle
a good person. I want to be happy. I want to be sweet and kind to people. If I go into a bathroom and there's kind of crap around, I'll take a paper towel and I don't do it all the time, but I quite often I take a paper towel and I get rid of that stuff and I put it in the garbage and I wash my hands, because I'm like, I don't want other people, even though it's not my place, I don't want other people to come in and see all of this nastiness. So it's just small things like that, and I always feel so much better after I've done it.
Yes. It's always the small things in life that make a difference. Well, that's the thing.
But we, for some reason, I say we as human beings, think these big things are going to make the big difference, like the new car or the new job or the new relationship, and they really just don't, because I'm always still taking me with me wherever I'm going. I sometimes sit here and I think about that, like, right now there's people in Hawaii and they're surfing and they're, on the sea, and I love the sea. But I think, like, okay, I can close my eyes right now
And be there.
and be there right now.
Absolutely.
And I know that if I lived there for more than 3 months, I soon wouldn't see it even, probably.
Be
Or
bored
I'd
with it. Here we go
be
again.
bored, or find something to be like. If I find problems here, I'm definitely going to find them there.
And you certainly find problems here.
Shut up.
You're a problem digger.
So
You think this is all ad hoc, don't you? And they were just making it up. We've researched this and rehearsed this all day. I'm going to be the bad guy, and Val's going to be the good woman.
the good
That's what this is about.
I am the good
Same
woman.
with a cup of tea.
Mhm.
Hers. Can I have a little drink of that?
You absolutely can.
Can I use your lipstick on
You
there?
can. You might even get some of my lipstick on your lips. But you haven't.
Why is it your tea always tastes better than my tea?
Because everything I do is wonderful, and it kind of spreads throughout everything that I
Again,
am
that
and
was
do.
rehearsed.
Anyway, I'm so happy because tonight it's improv night where I go do
Yahoo!
improv, and
The most
I
embarrassing thing.
love it.
you
I
can
love
do.
doing improv. I love getting on stage with my friends, my improv friends, and then we have no idea what topic we're going to be given or what we're going to say, but we have so much fun, and we move through being embarrassed, and I just really, it's like it's a highlight of my week. It really is.
And we'll be there tonight.
Yes, we'll be there
Me
tonight.
included.
You're going to be watching, or are you going to join in?
Oh, I'm certainly not joining in. No.
Why'd you say that?
Horrendous.
Oh my God.
What?
Well, it's not horrendous, babe. Unless do you enjoy saying it's horrendous?
I like the word.
God.
It has a nice tone to it. It fills the
It's
mouth.
horrendous. Improv is horrendous.
It
Like-
is.
Why?
Because nobody knows what they're doing.
Exactly, that's the whole
It's kind of
joy.
gibberishy nonsense going
It's
around.
not gibberishy
Huge
nonsense.
embarrassed
You know what it
silence.
is? It is like, here's what improv is you have to yes and. So you've got to agree with
Which not
what's
to do.
going on. And then you've really got to look into each other's eyes, and you've got to kind of build upon what everybody said. You've got to listen, and not only listen to your scene partner, but listen to what other people, it's like amazing. It's such a communication tool.
Again, that was all rehearsed. I
All
would
right.
say something bad.
You know what, Jeff? Sometimes I feel like I just don't even want to invite you onto my show. Like,
Because she's the happiest she's ever been.
I am the happiest
This
I've
is her
ever
being
been.
happy, by the way.
And
Watch it.
I have you kind of like, it's horrendous. It's like, what? Where are you?
Wait a minute, this isn't rehearsed now. You've suddenly gone off script.
None of it's rehearsed, sweetheart.
We
and
know
I
that,
say
but do they know
sweetheart.
that?
All right. Well, I don't know where you're going with this, but I want you now to say something that's uplifting. And
You're an amazing improver, Val. Oh,
who's
please.
that?
Lisa Brickeridge.
Yes, I love Lisa Brickeridge.
Yes.
She's my great pal. Anyway, yes, it's a choice. Can you hear that helicopter going overhead? And there's a police siren.
Yeah.
And
We're going to be
it's-
surrounded by police with a helicopter because
It's
we haven't
so
paid our
funny.
taxes.
Can you imagine being a Chicago cop?
Not at all. What a life.
I mean, it must be so scary sometimes. Or any cop. They're going into the difficult situations that we human beings create. And I am so grateful that I'm not one.
Can you imagine just going into a house where there's a dead body for 10 days?
Oh my God, and all
And
kinds
you have
of
to
things.
go in and do,
Or
well,
domestic violence stuff
oh,
where,
that is terrible.
two people
I'm
are,
afraid I would just have to
and they've
take
got
them
to
out.
try and sort it out. And oh my lordy lord. So I am very grateful that I don't have that job. And there's many other jobs that I'm grateful that I don't have. But I'm so
Proctologist.
grateful that proctologist. Are you 10 years old? Are you like
12.
in
actually.
kindergarten?
Mentally 12.
But there's so many jobs that people have that I'm so grateful that they like garbage collection.
Proctologist.
I am so grateful that I can just put this garbage, into my
Garbage collecting thing.
things, and then I just put them out into the big bin.
It's whisked away by magic.
Isn't that fantastic? I'm really grateful for tree cutters. These tree trimmers that come around so that the electrical wires don't get torn down by tree branches.
He is a tree trimmer, trimming trees by day.
Oh God.
What about a toilet? Oh my God! There you go.
Oh my God! I was thinking about that just the other day. Like, how
Were you on the toilet when
lucky.
you were thinking about it?
No, I wasn't. But I was thinking. Well, maybe I was. I was thinking, like, wow. Can you imagine? We've been camping.
Where you have to dig a hole.
Yeah, did you? Oh yeah, I did as a Girl Guide,
Well, I
or I
did.
think you called me Girl
A
Scout.
lot.
Yeah, we had to dig holes. Anyway,
Disgusting.
so these are like, to me, these are real huge problems that we don't have because people are working in these jobs.
So should we be upset and miserable about our
No,
life? Never.
absolutely not.
Never.
No.
And we will fight them on the beaches. And
Anyway.
we will never surrender. What?
Winston Churchill?
Yes.
Very good. He was a bit of a bastard, actually, Winston
Oh, he was
Churchill.
well, every great person is also a great bottom dweller.
This is so interesting with my cup of tea. So this is the second one that I've had. Sarah came and drank my first one. Jeff's drinking my second one. But am I angry? No, I'm not. I'm very grateful
Oh, until she
to
switches
have
off this,
these people in
and then
my
I'll get the
life.
cup right across the back of my head.
Okay, so
How long have we been going?
long enough.
Doesn't time fly when you're unhappy?
If you have any questions, by the way,
Don't ask them. No, we want them. We survive on questions. So somebody out there, give us a question.
I don't think people can.
Is
It's
that what it is?
well,
Too embarrassing.
well, what would
It's like
they
improv.
what would they question? Like,
I have no idea.
I don't know either.
Why have you got a large plant behind you?
I put
For
that
no
there.
reason.
That plant was on another corner that you couldn't see, and I thought that it would look nice as a background.
You're always thinking like that, in colours and backgrounds.
I do.
Yes.
The other thing is, I think I look really good. I don't know if I should say that on Facebook, but I really like my face. Even with the Bell's palsy that kind of makes, up, like when I smile now, it doesn't all go up, but
Shall I have it on the other side?
that's another thing I was thinking. Being overweight is not such a bad thing. There are definitely worse things to be, which is why when I step on the scales in the morning, I'm not alarmed or depressed by the number, and I'm slowly, steadily coming
The
down.
scale is, though. I've heard it saying things. Here she comes again.
I think so.
I think.
So I'm
I'm
going to
gonna
just
get
throw
smacked.
Jeff G under the bus now,
Yes.
because do you remember? I don't know if you
Oh,
remember, like
here
at
we
the
go.
beginning. Let me just show you something.
What a horrible woman.
I think this is hilarious.
This
So
has been rehearsed.
I was
again.
doing this, and I said to Jeff, like, what do you weigh? And he said 237. He actually weighed 248, he told me later on.
It was a miscalculation.
So now you are what?
241.
241. So that's good though, isn't it? And you're coming down. Do you
I'm
feel
not talking to you now for dropping me under the bus.
I love
Throwing
dropping you
me
under the bus. Do you feel good that you're losing weight?
Absolutely. But I wish I was down to like 200, then I'd feel good.
You will be if
At
you
the
keep
moment, I just feel like the same person.
right. Well, you will be the same. That's the other problem is people think their lives are suddenly going to change when they're slim. I'm not sure that is, you've still got the same stuff going on, but I do feel healthier and, able
Well,
to
that
walk
makes you have
further
a
and
spring in your step.
spring in my step.
So you start to feel the better and the emotions come up of positivity.
Yes. Okay, love you all. I'm going
Oh, is that
to.
it? Right. we're
Well,
off.
I haven't got anything else to say. I'm going to get ready for my improv, and
What do you have to do to get ready for your improv?
I'm going to have a quick shower and change.
Quick shower and change?
Yes.
Makeup?
No, you know what? I don't really do a lot of makeup for improv because I don't really want to be looking at my scene partner with, you know, big glossy lips and stuff like that. It's kind of a little bit more naturale, I think.
Hmm.
No?
Well, no, I don't know. I mean, you're in front of a group of people. Usually you put on a face,
Ooh,
don't we?
that's interesting. Putting on a face.
Yes. We
Well,
all do.
tonight I'm not going to put on a face. I'm going to be my face. My lovely, beautiful face, and that's going to be it. Just me.
And I'm going to be with my grandson sitting in the back somewhere.
Oh, very sweet. You are a good granddad.
Well, right.
So tomorrow I'm going to weigh myself again, and I could be 187, but I definitely won't be 188 because I know I'm doing really well and eating well and feeling great. So have a fabulous evening, everybody. Love you all, my Facebook friends who are so generous in watching. Even if you come on just for a moment and I see you there, I love it. Thank you. Love you. Good night.
Bye-bye. Life is wonderful.